What if destiny is not something written long ago, but something quietly changing with every thought you have today? What if the ancient stories of Shiva were never meant to be worshipped from a distance, but lived through your daily struggles, fears, and hopes? And what if the pain, confusion, or delay you are facing right now is not a punishment, but a hidden guide shaping your future? Many of us grow up hearing that destiny is fixed, that some people are lucky, some are not, and that life simply happens to us. When things go wrong, we blame fate. When things go right, we call it chance. But deep within the hidden legends of Shiva, there is a very different message, one that speaks directly to ordinary people living ordinary lives. These stories were not created to impress the powerful or confuse the mind. They were created to help human beings understand how life truly works, especially when life feels unfair, confusing, or heavy. In today's world, people of all ages face silent struggles. Young people feel lost about their future. Adults feel trapped between responsibility and dreams. Older hearts carry regret, wondering if it is too late to change. The myths of Shiva gently remind us that destiny is not a closed door. It is a moving path that responds to awareness, courage, and balance. Shiva is shown as calm, silent, and steady, not because he is distant, but because he understands life deeply. His legends speak about loss, change, pain, responsibility, silence, and inner strength, the same things we face every day. This video will take you through 7 powerful lessons hidden inside Shiva's myths. Each lesson reveals how destiny is shaped not by fear, but by understanding, not by waiting, but by awakening. If you listen carefully, you may begin to see your own life with new eyes. Stay with us until the end, because each part connects to the next, slowly revealing a truth that can change how you face your past, your present, and your future. If this journey touches your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can continue walking this path of wisdom together. Many people believe destiny controls their life from the moment they are born. They feel that their family background, money, education, or past mistakes decide everything. When life repeats the same problems again and again, they say, "This is my fate." In the hidden legends of Shiva, this belief is gently questioned. Shiva is often shown as silent and still, sitting calmly while the world moves around him. This silence does not mean he is doing nothing. It represents awareness. Shiva watches before he acts. This teaches us that destiny does not begin with action, but with awareness. When we are not aware, we live on habit. We wake up, react, repeat the same thoughts, make the same choices, and then feel surprised when life gives us the same results. Think of a person who keeps entering the same kind of relationship and always ends up hurt, or someone who changes jobs but feels unhappy everywhere. They believe destiny is against them, but they never stop to notice the pattern inside themselves. Shiva's role as the silent witness shows that the first step to change is not fighting life, but seeing it clearly. When we pause and observe our thoughts, fears, and reactions, something powerful happens. We stop reacting blindly. We begin responding with choice. Destiny starts to shift quietly at that moment. Awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room. The room was always the same, but now you can see where you are going. Many people suffer not because life is cruel, but because they are living without noticing what they are doing to themselves every day. They rush, worry, compare, and blame fate while ignoring their inner voice. Shiva's stillness teaches that silence before choice can save years of pain. A single moment of awareness can break a long cycle. When you notice your anger before it controls you, destiny changes. When you notice fear before it stops you, destiny changes. When you notice your habits instead of blaming luck, destiny changes. Shiva does not push the world. He understands it. This is the hidden lesson. You do not need to fight destiny. You need to see yourself clearly. Awareness is not magic, but it is powerful. It slowly moves life in a new direction. Destiny is not a prison. It is a path that responds the moment you wake up and start walking with open eyes. When people hear about Shiva's powerful dance, many imagine anger, chaos, or destruction without mercy. But the hidden meaning of this dance is very different. Shiva's dance represents movement, change, and the natural rhythm of life. Nothing in this world stays the same forever. Seasons change, people change, and situations change, even when we beg them to stay. The problem begins when we believe that what is ending should never end. When life removes something we love, we feel punished. We feel broken. We ask why destiny is so cruel. But Shiva's dance teaches that destruction is not meant to hurt us. It is meant to correct our path. In real life, many people face sudden endings. A job is lost, a relationship falls apart, a dream collapses, or health changes without warning. At that moment, fear takes over. People think their future is destroyed. They hold tightly to what is already gone, and that resistance creates deep suffering. Shiva's dance shows that when something breaks, it is often because it no longer fits who we are becoming. Life is not taking something away to leave us empty. It is clearing space for something more true. There is a story repeated in many lives. A person loses everything and feels useless, ashamed, and afraid. They think destiny has turned against them. But over time, as they are forced to rebuild, they discover skills they never used before. They meet people they would never have met. They walk a path they were too afraid to choose earlier. What once felt like destruction slowly reveals itself as redirection. This is the rhythm of Shiva's dance, moving through ordinary life. Change feels painful because it pushes us out of comfort. But comfort is not always growth. Shiva's lesson is not to destroy blindly, but to trust movement. When old versions of our life fall apart, it does not mean we failed. It means we are being shaped. Holding on to what is breaking only delays healing. Letting go allows growth to begin. Destiny is not cruel when it ends something. It is honest. Shiva's dance reminds us that every ending carries the seed of a new beginning. And when we learn to move with change instead of fighting it, life opens doors we never knew existed. Many people fear the word karma. They think it means punishment, payback, or suffering sent to hurt them for past mistakes. When something goes wrong, they say, "This is my karma," and carry guilt like a heavy stone in their heart. Shiva's hidden teaching shows a very different truth. Karma is not a judge waiting to punish. Karma is memory. It remembers what we do, what we choose, and how aware we are. Just like fire burns when touched and water cools when felt, karma responds naturally. There is no anger in it, only balance. In real life, guilt often becomes a prison. A person makes a mistake years ago and keeps punishing themselves even today. They believe they deserve pain, loss, or failure. This belief slowly drains hope. They stop trying, stop trusting themselves, and stop believing change is possible. Shiva's wisdom gently breaks this fear. Karma does not say you must suffer forever. It says you must learn. Once learning happens, the cycle changes. Imagine someone who once acted with anger and hurt others. Later, life brings loneliness and regret. Instead of seeing this as punishment, Shiva's teaching invites awareness. The pain is not there to crush the person, but to awaken understanding. When that person chooses kindness, patience, and responsibility in daily life, something shifts. Relationships slowly heal. Inner peace returns. Karma begins to balance itself, not because of reward, but because awareness has replaced ignorance. Karma works every moment, not just across lifetimes. Every thought plants a seed. Every action leaves an imprint. But the present moment is always stronger than the past. This is the most hopeful part of Shiva's teaching. No matter what happened before, today's awareness can change tomorrow's direction. A single honest choice can soften years of regret. A single act of care can heal deep wounds. Shiva stands as a symbol of balance, not blame. He reminds us that karma is not meant to scare us, but to guide us. When we stop seeing ourselves as bad or broken and start seeing ourselves as learning, life becomes lighter. Destiny does not punish those who fall. It responds to those who rise with awareness. You are not trapped by what you did. You are shaped by what you understand and choose now. This is the quiet power hidden inside karma. Shiva is often shown sitting in deep silence, eyes calm, body still, surrounded by a world full of noise and movement. Many people misunderstand this silence as distance or lack of care. But in Shiva's hidden legends, silence is not emptiness, it is strength. In today's world, people are surrounded by constant sound. Phones vibrate, messages arrive, opinions flow non-stop, and everyone feels the pressure to react quickly. This noise slowly pulls people away from themselves. They stop listening to their inner voice and start living according to outside voices. This is where confusion begins, and destiny feels unclear. Many people feel tired, not because they work too much, but because their mind never rests. They think about what others expect, fear judgment, and compare their life with others. Decisions are made in hurry, words are spoken in anger, and regret follows. Shiva's silence teaches a powerful lesson. Before speaking, listen. Before reacting, pause. Silence creates space, and in that space, clarity is born. A calm mind sees truth more clearly than a restless one. There are moments in life when stepping away from noise changes everything. A person overwhelmed by opinions and pressure may take time alone, not to escape life, but to hear themselves again. In that quiet, they realize what truly matters and what does not. Shiva's silence is not about running away from the world. It is about staying steady inside it. When the mind becomes calm, decisions become wiser, and destiny slowly improves. Silence also builds inner strength. A person who does not react to every insult or fear does not lose energy. They choose peace over control. Shiva shows that power does not always shout. Sometimes it sits quietly and waits. This kind of strength cannot be shaken easily. When life brings challenges, a calm person stands firm while others panic. Destiny becomes clear when the mind is clear. Noise creates confusion, but silence creates direction. Shiva's quiet presence reminds us that we do not need to answer everything or please everyone. When we listen more and react less, life feels lighter. Inner silence is not weakness. It is the place where courage, wisdom, and true direction are born. One of the most powerful stories connected to Shiva is the moment he holds poison in his throat to save the world. This story is often told as a heroic act, but its deeper meaning speaks directly to human pain. Everyone carries pain in some form. Some carry loss, some carry rejection, some carry fear, and some carry wounds that no one else can see. The problem is not pain itself, but what we do with it. Many people pass their pain to others through anger, harsh words, or cold behavior. Shiva's hidden lesson shows a different path. He does not throw the poison away, and he does not let it spread. He holds it with awareness. In real life, pain often feels unfair. A person may suffer despite being kind. They may feel hurt without understanding why. When pain is ignored or denied, it grows heavier. When pain is pushed onto others, it creates more suffering. Shiva's blue throat reminds us that pain can be held without letting it destroy us or others. This does not mean pretending to be strong. It means accepting what hurts without letting it control our actions. Think of someone who has gone through deep loss or failure. At first, the pain feels unbearable, but over time, if they face it honestly, something changes. They become more understanding, more patient, more human. They listen better. They judge less. Pain slowly turns into wisdom. This is how poison becomes medicine. Shiva's story teaches that pain is not a curse sent to break us. It is a responsibility that can shape us. Holding pain with awareness takes courage. It is easier to blame, shout, or shut down. But those reactions keep pain alive. When pain is accepted, it begins to soften. Healing does not mean pain disappears. It means pain no longer controls who we become. Shiva shows that true strength is not in avoiding pain, but in carrying it with care. Destiny is shaped not by how much pain we face, but by how we respond to it. Those who turn pain into bitterness remain stuck. Those who turn pain into understanding move forward. Shiva's hidden message is gentle but strong. You are not weak because you feel pain. You become strong when you face it with awareness and choose not to let it harm the world around you. Shiva is often shown in two very different ways. In one image, he is a deep meditator, sitting alone, free from all attachments. In another, he is a householder, a partner, a parent, living fully within the world. Many people think they must choose between these two paths. They believe peace comes only by leaving life behind, or success comes only by sacrificing inner calm. This belief creates guilt and confusion. People feel torn between duty and desire, between responsibility and dreams. Shiva's hidden lesson gently removes this conflict. He shows that destiny does not demand escape from life. It asks for balance within life. In the real world, many people struggle with this inner fight. A parent may feel guilty for wanting personal growth. A worker may feel trapped by responsibility, but afraid to follow a dream. Some think spiritual growth means giving up joy, while others think chasing success means ignoring inner peace. Shiva's life shows that both sides can exist together. You can care deeply and still remain free inside. You can work hard and still stay calm. You can love life without being controlled by it. Balance does not mean doing everything perfectly. It means staying aware while living fully. Shiva teaches that attachment becomes suffering only when awareness is lost. When you act with awareness, responsibility does not feel like a burden. It becomes meaningful. A person who understands this stops running away from life and stops fighting it. They stand in the middle, steady and calm. There are people who slowly learn this truth through experience. They stop judging themselves for wanting more. They stop feeling ashamed for needing rest. They learn to give time to work, family, and inner growth without extreme pressure. As this balance grows, peace follows naturally. Destiny begins to feel lighter because life is no longer a battle between who they are and who they want to be. Shiva's hidden message is deeply comforting. You do not need to leave your life to find meaning. You do not need to abandon dreams to be responsible. Growth happens where you are standing right now. When action and awareness walk together, life becomes rich without becoming heavy. Destiny responds to balance, not sacrifice. Shiva shows that true freedom is not found by escaping the world, but by living in it, with clarity, care, and inner peace. Many people believe destiny will arrive one day on its own, like a gift delivered at the right time. They wait for confidence before starting, for clarity before acting, and for fear to disappear before moving forward. Days turn into years, and life feels stuck. Shiva's hidden teaching gently breaks this illusion. Destiny does not move first, it responds. Shiva is not only the silent watcher, he is also the awakener. He reminds us that awareness must be followed by movement. Without action, understanding remains only an idea. In real life, this waiting shows up everywhere. Someone delays starting a new path because they feel unready. Someone stays in pain because change feels risky. Someone keeps planning but never begins. They believe destiny has not chosen them yet. Shiva's lesson is simple and strong. Destiny listens when you move, not when you wait. Even a small step sends a signal to life that you are awake. There are many stories of people who did not feel brave, skilled, or certain, yet chose to begin anyway. They took one step while still afraid. That single action changed how they saw themselves. Confidence did not come before action. It came because of action. Shiva's energy represents this awakening force. When awareness turns into movement, fear slowly loses control. Life responds with new paths, new people, and new chances that were invisible before. Destiny is not a fixed plan written somewhere else. It is shaped in motion. When you stay still, life stays still. When you move with honesty, life shifts. This does not mean rushing or forcing outcomes. It means choosing progress over delay. Shiva's teaching is not about dramatic change, but steady courage. One honest effort today can change the direction of many tomorrows. Many people think they are forgotten by life. They feel invisible, late, or unlucky. Shiva's hidden message is deeply reassuring. You are not forgotten. You are waiting for yourself to awaken. The moment you act with awareness, destiny begins to respond. Not loudly, but steadily. Not all at once, but clearly. Destiny is not something you chase. It is something that walks toward you when you begin walking with purpose. Shiva stands as a reminder that awakening is not a future event. It is a present choice. When you move with awareness, courage follows, and destiny quietly meets you on the path you finally chose to walk. Throughout life, people often look for answers outside themselves, believing that destiny is something distant, fixed, or impossible to change. We feel trapped by past mistakes, fear the future, or wait for the perfect moment to act. The hidden legends of Shiva show a different way. They remind us that life is not about punishment or reward, and destiny is not a fixed road waiting for us to arrive. Destiny responds to awareness, courage, balance, and action. Every choice, every moment of noticing ourselves shapes the path we walk. When we pause to see clearly, even small steps can change the course of our lives. Shiva's teachings show us that silence, patience, and reflection are not weakness, but strength. Pain, loss, and endings are not signs of failure. They are lessons and opportunities to grow. Karma is not a judgment against us. It is a mirror reflecting what we need to understand, and it can be softened through awareness and conscious action. Change and destruction in life are not enemies, but guides, helping us release what no longer fits and make space for what is meant for us. When we hold pain with care, act with balance, and move even when we feel fear, destiny begins to respond. Life does not ask for perfection. It asks for honesty, presence, and courage. We do not need to escape the world to find meaning or peace. Growth happens where we are, when we choose to live with awareness and purpose. Every choice we make matters, and even small, steady steps shape our future. Shiva's hidden legends are not stories far away. They are reflections of our daily lives, showing that every moment is an opportunity to awaken, to move, and to shape the life we are meant to live. If we listen deeply, life itself becomes a teacher. We learn that we are never too late, never forgotten, and never powerless. Each day offers a chance to act with awareness, courage, and balance, and destiny quietly responds to the choices we make. By walking this path, we find not only direction, but peace, strength, and meaning in the journey of life.